Well, we are live from the Supermoon. This is the biggest moon of the year, and we're going to take some pictures. Um, Here you can see the lunar surface. Two of the most prominent craters. Here we have the crater Tycho and the crater Copernicus here. This is the biggest moon of the year, and is usually called the pink moon because pink flowers used to blossom this time of the year in the northern hemisphere anyway. Yeah, there's not much to say actually. The moon is more or less 11-12% bigger than usual. That's obviously apparent size. The moon is not getting any bigger. That's because it's closest to Earth now. It's close to full moon, so most details in the surface are not as visible as in other times, except probably over here, this part of here. I'm going to zoom in to this area so you can see clearly the shadows in the craters in the upper edge of the moon. So let me see. So there you can see the craters in the... Sorry about that. So here, if I move a little, here you can see the shadows in the craters. Now, what you can see there is atmospheric distortion. So I cannot do too much about that because the weather here is very bad for astronomical observations. But you can see those mountains, and those mountains are actually the result of crater impacts. Most of the mountain range in the moon's surface are the results of craters. Here in the edge, we can see clearly the height, how tall those mountains are, even from this distance. And taking advantage of the fact that the moon now looks bigger than usual, we can observe those details with much more, detail. Here we can see the shadows of the craters of the moon during the supermoon of this year. That's very, very impressive. So we're going to see other features in the moon's surface now. I'm going to zoom in the crater Tycho here. So this is the crater Tycho. It's one of the most visible craters in the lunar surface. And around the crater there are those rays of more reflective material. Uh, and you can see a little lower the seas, the lunar seas, the Maria, as they are called, regions of basaltic rock that are more dark than the rest of the lunar regolith. Um, those rays are amazing. So they're beautiful. You see the central crater and the structures that comes from it. Here there is the other other view of the mountains at the moon. The mountains in the moon surface. It's truly amazing. So, we can see Tycho. Here we can see another creature. This is, I think this is Copernicus. I'm not really sure. Here, here we see two craters. Copernicus, I think, and the other little one. I don't remember the names, but you can see that Maria is darker, and the lunar regolith that's beneath the Maria is lighter, is more reflective, and the crater impacts um, disperse more uh, reflective material over the surface, and that created those ray systems. In this case, you can see that the rays are less defined than in the case of the crater Tycho. You can assume that's because those craters are older than Tycho. Because although there is no atmosphere in the moon, there is you can see there are a small and very thin atmosphere of particles that they move due to electrostatic interactions. The dust in the lunar surface get electrically charged due to the particles from the solar wind and start to float. And due to many years, uh, you can see a little of erosion in the surface. So the ray systems get less defined um, with the well with the years. So we can see there are craters that are older than others. In general, the Maria surface, the surface that is more darker, is younger than the highlands that are the white bars. And that we can see that by the number of impacts. You can see here in this sector of the Maria is one of the lunar seas. I don't know exactly the name of this one, but there are way fewer craters that in the more highland regions, and that's because those areas are younger in lunar terms. They are very old, but not as old as the other regions. Um, so here we can see clearly the atmospheric distortion that ruins our vision. But anyway, uh, in the supermoon, have the chance to see the mountains in the lunar surface. This vision is this image is amazing. We can see the shadows cast by the mountains in the moon through the earth, from the air, actually, from the air. That's the right word. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, so yeah, I don't think I could say much more. We could talk about the moon a lot, but I think that's more beautiful just to see it. So that's a beautiful picture there. So yeah, It's beautiful. I'm going to take a picture. Yes, that's beautiful. Yep, I just took a picture from the moon. I just beautiful there. I have my Canon connected to the telescope. That's why I'm using the Canon as a extra camera. I have an extra camera, but the Canon has a bigger CCD chip, so I get to to record a bigger area. I could use the other extra camera, but I need a focal reducer, and I don't have one at the moment. So yeah. Now the telescope is tracking, but the tracking is a little off, so the lunar surface is moving a little bit. It's because I happen to hit the tripod a little, so that messed the alignation. But it's tracking fairly well, and we can see the moon in almost the entire almost the entire screen. Um, well, I'm still fascinating for those mountains in the lunar surface. It's so amazing. That's why it's better to observe the moon not when it is full, but when it's in first quarter and something like that, because you can see the shadows in the craters. When it's full, the features are more like flat, and it's not you can't see as much details. Um, as much detail anyway. So yeah, it's amazing how big the system of rays from Tycho is. I mean, I can see even it's almost probably half the moon is has those ray systems. Uh, so yeah, we can. So yeah, that's the moon, and it's that's the astronomical object that we know more about, and it's really amazing. So I don't know what else to say actually, really, but yeah, that's the supermoon of this year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short video, and well, hopefully see you next time.